This is a journey into sound.
My life has been one that's had, immense beauty and immense pain. Thinking about my life as a black man in America, child of an incarcerated parent, a young teen parent myself. How did I end up on Broadway? And most people would say, well, you're not supposed to be there. I was born in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I was around 2 when my mom and my father split. They were very young. When we left Mississippi, we were heading to live with a new lover that my mom had met, and he became really dangerous. My mom was able to raise us up, working many jobs, etc. After living there, for like 2 years, I became a teen father. The state pretty much always gave custody to the mother. By the time I got to college, and I'm studying theater, it was also a way for me to really dive into understanding my emotions so that I could be sane, so that I could cope. The second time that I found myself homeless was in Arizona. I was literally sleeping on the street. I was one of those people as an early 20s. And then I got to a shelter and I was just writing poetry. That was what I would do. I would just write. I made my mind up that I was going to move to New York. So that's what I did. I got on a Greyhound bus and I made my way here.
Come on.
Stand clear. Stand clear. Please. Stand clear.
I ended up kind of leaving acting for a bit to go into beatboxing because I felt like beatboxing was something that I could take direct to the people. So I would go from car to car and I would literally have poetry CDs of spoken word. I was just this kid selling ideas and thoughts and poetry and verses. Beatboxing is like a spirit to me. When you're at such a low place where you don't really have anything, you don't need anything, but you can become music. Turning your dreams into reality. That's a work ethic. And I couldn't find a job anywhere, so I was beatboxing all day long for like a year. What I wanted to do was always merge storytelling with beatboxing. That's when I got the call to do this little project called In Transit.
And this is what it feels like to be here, and happy in the moment, and getting there.
In Transit pretty much shows a universal truth that we need to get to in America, and that is that you may not like everybody, you may not know everybody, but everybody's singing back up to you. Everybody is a part of your world, whether you want to believe it or not. When I was going through all these, challenges as a teenager, trying to find some sense of life, it was really theater and being inside the life of a play made me feel like when I reached out and touched something, I could feel it. Because I spent a lot of time feeling numb inside. I would immediately think of my son. I am a storyteller telling time, tilted off the world's axis of lies, spying on the magnificently magnified cries of history. Like my big daddy was a sharecropper, but this man didn't share the lot he copped from daddy's pains. He asked me why I still have angry veins. See, less than 5 mamas ago, I was enslaved in a grave called life. The Unwritten Law is a performance that I've put together that chronicles my life and my family's life over the past 100 years, that follows us from the old Jim Crow into the new Jim Crow.
Because at 14, turning 15, I'm seeking an identity amongst other teens that don't look like me. And it's quite likely they don't like me. Since some of these kids write N-I-G-G-E-R on school walls where they know that I might be.
Even though my story's unique, it's not alone. I have a responsibility to throw it out there in all of its raw truth, to look at this system that we're underneath, so that as a society we can have a discussion about it, have some mobilization to transform how we look at race, how we look at family, how we look at equality.
We are a statistic to be told that we cannot be a family.
I would walk down the street and, you'd see dads and their children together, like everywhere. And you don't have that. That's been taken away from you. But I was able to also find joy in teaching. So I spent the last 10 years working inside of New York City public schools as a teaching artist.
It wasn't nothing to you, but it was something to me. To have you just up and walk out like that.
These first lines right here. Is it just something to her, or is it everything to her? So it's nothing to you, but it's something to me.
It wasn't nothing to you, but it was something to me.
Good.
To have you just up and walk out like that.
I felt like this sense of joy when I could help give another young student confidence in their ability to be a genius. Being reunited with Darren was like, it was kind of like the first time that I remember seeing my father when I was like age 10, when I met my father. It was a desire to live again. The relationship I have with my son, the relationship I have with my father is now breaking that cycle. Is this good so far?